In this video, Kevin and I are going over basically the best and worst of October, and we have a lot here. So believe it or not though, we only put 2 in the dislike pile, in the hate pile. So if it ends up in this video, it means we really, really loved it or we really, really hated it. So there's a lot of things that we just like and that we just dislike. Some things we just aren't to our taste, but it doesn't mean they're made bad. It doesn't mean like it was a poor food that, you know,
or just tasted disgusting.
If it ends up in this video,
it means it was bad.
We believe that it should be burned and never to be seen again. The hate
it's like, why are they making this?
Yes, exactly. Okay, so one of these things, this one was so bad and it hit the garbage so quick, I forgot to keep the box. That's how bad it was. And I was making the video and I thought, oh, definitely should have kept that box for the hate pile. And so I had to print out. This is the Natural Sweets Original Dubai Dark Chocolate Flavor Bar. And that's what it looked like. It had a terrible texture. It was gritty, earthy. The whole thing was just like the worst example of Dubai chocolate that I've ever had. And we've had a lot of Dubai chocolate. It didn't have pistachio at all. It was just horrible. It was just a horrible representation. It was a complete lie.
It was a terrible representation of a candy bar.
Yes, of a candy bar, period. Yes, like this should not exist, okay? So that was one thing.
That's funny.
You see how passionate I am about that? That's why it ended up in the hate pile.
Yeah,
okay.
That's pretty bad.
And these...
Oh, I remember those.
That's because you hated them worse than I did.
Oh,
I didn't like them, but you hated them. Okay, these are the Quinn, PB, and J Berry. And when we reviewed these, they were new at Whole Foods. And you had me write down rotten grass, compost, horrible rotten berry flavor.
Yeah, it's just bad.
Because I always
and the texture was horrible too.
I always ask Kevin if words don't spring to mind, like what should I write down? Kevin said compost and grassy. You know, those were Kevin's words. So if Kevin's saying that, you know, it's grassy, it's compost.
Well,
so,
my dad used to have a compost pile that we put grass in. That's what if I went over there and ate a handful of it, that's what that would do.
Okay, the compost tumbler. Who remembers the commercials?
To rotate it once a week or something
tumbler.
like that.
Yeah. Where were the infomercials at night? The compost tumbler. Okay, somebody's probably has.
Now we got infomercials everywhere you go on websites.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so I'm gonna start off with the California.
These are things we liked.
Yes, we're moving on to things we liked. Yes, happier days, rainbow, right? Okay, so this is the California Marshmallow Company. These marshmallows were mailed to us from Brian in California. Now, the only thing I want to say is apparently they were not supposed to include the price list because I gave the prices in that video because I think it's helpful. I'm thinking if somebody's sending me the prices, pass it on to you all. That way you'll know
how much it costs.
About how much, I mean, I do that with everything, right? And so apparently the prices from this video do not match up what they're actually charging, and that may be because Brian got a deal. Brian knows knows these people, and so I think it's awesome. If you can get a deal, I say get a deal.
Go for it.
I always try to get a deal, so I'm not belittling Brian at all for getting a deal because I would have done the same thing. But I'm just saying, if you go to this company, they're wonderful gourmet marshmallows like I've never had before. We've had a lot of marshmallows that have claimed to be something that they're absolutely not. These were absolutely different, and they are worth paying more. And they have all kinds of different flavors. And the owner, Brian, sent me an Instagram post that the owner made of this video where like she's coming up with new flavors and she's trying them out on camera, and some of them she liked, but there were some that she's like, no, that is a no-go, do not like that. And I told him, I said, you know, I really respect her for doing that too. She's not just making the stuff, she's actually eating it herself. a lot of times you get people that are making the stuff and they're not eating any of it. So I respect her as she's making it, she's eating it, she's trying it. But this is absolutely a company to look up, the California Marshmallow Company. And then I have like some Dubai themed things. So this does not say Dubai at all. This is the Lushix. This is pistachio and giandua spreadable cream. It was phenomenal. It was absolutely wonderful. You get this, or we got it at World Market, and even though it's not like Dubai chocolate, I thought it was a great pistachio and chocolate, and it's thick and creamy, and it's just rich and delicious. And then Kevin and I both like this. I could have put this on either side here, mine or Kevin's side. These are the Elite brand. This is the Taste of Dubai, and these are little eggs. And they really did a good job of capturing that Dubai chocolate flavor in these small little eggs.
They were good.
And you could just pop them in your mouth.
Let them melt on your tongue.
Yeah.
They were really nice.
Absolutely wonderful. And then this was a surprise. I like Russell Stover. I like the Russell Stover brand. But you never know how, like, an American company, how well are they going to do?
And we've had Russell Stovers before. It's like, yeah, it's okay.
It's okay. Some are better than others. I like some better than others. But they did a really, really good job with their Dubai chocolates. So hopefully you all will be able to find them, because it took us a little while before we got them here. And then we finally got a big display in a Walgreens. They may have it in our local Walgreens, but this was in another town. And they did a really good job with the Dubai chocolate.
Yeah. They replicated what it should be like. They did a good job.
Unlike the one in the beginning that we would spit on.
I wouldn't waste spit on it.
Okay. Oh, and then I've got one more Dubai style. This is Chocovia. Now, this wasn't with pistachio, but this one had hazelnut. And so I like how they're kind of taking like the Dubai style. They're taking that name, but it's like, okay, we're going to keep the chocolate, we're going to keep the kunafa, and we're just going to add another element to it. And I think that's cool that they're trying different flavors with it. So this hazelnut worked out really well, and it was delicious.
It was good. And most of the time they do a decent amount of filling too.
Yes.
It's not like it's all chocolate and just a little bit of filling. They usually put a pretty decent amount of filling in there too, so it's really good.
Okay, what do you have?
I have, I'll do two separate
those two.
This one is it's a Publix brand. It's Rich and Creamy Chocolate Cherish Passion. And it was, it's cherry flavored ice cream with ribbons of chocolate and stuff. It was excellent. It was just one of the best cherry ice creams that we've had. It was excellent. And I love cherry ice cream. It was really good.
Yes, I thought it was delicious too. I would totally get that again from Publix. Loved it.
Publix is one of those things where they rotate flavors around.
They do.
So you just never know if that's maybe a limited. It may be out all the time.
It doesn't say.
It doesn't say limited, but who knows?
Right, you just don't know.
Can we go into this one?
Yeah.
This is the Airhead Soda. This is orange and strawberry. And we ordered these. Is this the one we ordered?
Exotic Boulevard.
Yeah.
Because the other two we found locally at the Dollar Tree.
That's right. And they never had any of the other flavors. They just had the other two. Yeah. The other two that we didn't order on. But the orange and strawberry were the best flavor. They were really, really
And it's
good.
a shame they're the best flavor, and they don't sell those at the Dollar Tree.
I know, these weren't the local ones. Yeah. You had to order these, or at least we did. But they're all full calorie sodas too, so keep that in mind as well, because they're 110 calories per can.
And the Exotic Boulevard, I had some people thanking me for introducing them to that place.
That's cool.
Yeah, because they said they hadn't heard of it before. And if this is maybe the first video you're watching from us, it's we have no
connection to them whatsoever.
No, we don't have any. We don't get paid from anybody. I mean, who are we kidding here? We're
occasionally we'll get something sent to us for free.
Yeah, but companies don't pay us. So if you're new here, we buy our stuff, or we have we do have Patreon supporters. We have YouTube members, and that we're very grateful for. And then we'll have people send us things, like Brian sends us those. We have friends that send us things occasionally. We always tell you, but like when we buy something from a company, like we discovered that Exotic Boulevard, we don't get anything from that. I mean, we're not getting anything.
Not even a discount.
No, not even a code to pass on to you all, because I would do it if I had it. So just so you know that. I'll get to show you these. These are the Nestle Munchies.
Oh,
these
yeah,
are the
those
orange.
are good.
Love these things.
For orange chocolate, that was really good.
Easily poppable. I love the milk chocolate and the orange, and they have a little bit of like a cookie. Just absolutely wonderful, and you'll sit and eat the whole bag if you buy a bag of these.
Chocolates like that is something I just like to lay on my tongue and let melt. That's the case for most chocolates, honestly. If I'm eating a chocolate, I want it to just melt.
That's because you have some control.
Not much control.
I have no control.
I don't have much. That's honest God. This is the Dr. Bombay, the sticky caramel apple, and we found this at Walmart, didn't we?
Yeah, I think in
so.
Lexington.
Yeah. It was really good. There's another one that they had that wasn't quite as good. It was good, but it wasn't as good as the caramel apple. It was excellent.
And I had several people mention Bewitched, Dr. Bombay.
Oh,
it's like, Dr. Bombay, emergency, come right away.
Yeah.
That's what she always said on Bewitched. But this is actually Snoop Dogg's company.
Yeah, Snoop Dogg.
So this is Snoop Dogg, Dr. Bombay. I don't know where he came up with the inspiration. Maybe he watched Bewitched as a kid. I mean,
Who knows?
you know, because I think most of us around our age, we watched Bewitched as a kid. And so maybe he liked that name. Yeah. I like the name. I think it's cool.
Yeah,
so,
he doesn't describe where he got the name on the
I
package.
don't know.
I can remember.
There might be a story though that's out with that, but that was really
It had a really good apple and caramel flavor.
Oh yeah, I love that. Okay, something else I loved were these Hershey Kisses. These are the Snickerdoodle cookie Hershey Kisses.
I think you liked them better than I did.
I did.
Yeah,
I did.
I liked them, but they weren't like great.
Oh, I think they're great. Yeah, that's why they're in the favorites, is because if they're here, then they were, for me, in my opinion, 5 out of 5. And they, like, for me to, after the video, to want to keep eating and to keep eating, and that's what I kept doing with these. And I kept eating and eating, and I told Kevin, I said, you have got to take the rest of these and put them out in the Halloween candy, because if once they're gone and they're in a bag, then I'm usually pretty good about, I won't pick it out. Especially little things like this to where I would have to go digging. Then it's like, okay, it's gone, I can't touch it anymore. And honestly, that's what we had to do with these, is we're going to be giving them out for Halloween candy, because I would eat the whole bag. That's how good they are to me. And I love the little crunchy pieces in them. I just think they're good.
Yeah, I thought they were good. They just weren't my favorite.
So for that reason, they probably won't make them next year.
That's usually the case.
Because I like them so much. Anything I like, they're not going to make anymore.
I'll just do this one. This one's the Royal Cravings. Where was this from?
We found it at Jungle Jim's. They're made in Ohio.
Oh, that's right. These are the Toffee Royale gourmet peanuts, and they're roasted peanuts, but they have a coating on, and they were really good peanuts.
Do you remember what happened with those?
No.
We put them in a Ziploc bag to give away,
and
then we ate them.
We did. We were going to put them in a. We did put them in a Ziploc bag.
We put them in a Ziploc bag because I wanted to put. I said we need to put that bag in favorites.
Yeah.
And so I didn't dream that, you know, we would go back in there and eat them all. And that's what we did, because I had planned on giving that Ziploc bag to Andrew. Well, Andrew,
they never saw them.
They never, the people at his work never saw these, because I love them. Yeah.
I think we took the bag in the bedroom and just sit there and ate them while we were on the computer.
Yes, and that's what happened. Yeah.
And they were good.
Okay.
You want me to do another one?
Sure.
This one is a Publix, another Publix brand. This is the limited edition Peppermint Crunch cookies.
And they were just little round, crunchy peppermint cookies, literally.
Did they have a white coat? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have a white coating.
They have these in their bakery. The last time we were in Publix, they still had these. They put these out early. I don't know why.
Yeah, I would think they'd have these through Christmas.
Yeah, you would think so. But who knows? They might start putting out Valentine's stuff tomorrow.
You just never know. It's
well, as early as they put out and I know they have it's a very short turnover time. Fall stuff, and then Christmas stuff. It's just a very short turnover time. So I understand. I don't have a problem with eating peppermint year round. I'm not one of those people.
But these were good.
Yeah.
If you see those at Publix, you should try them if you haven't already.
Something else from Publix. Hey, it's like we planned this, which we did not. This is the Publix limited edition buttermilk pie. Now, I will tell you right now, I like this pie more than Kevin. Kevin thought it was on the plainer side.
It was plain.
But I love it.
It was sweet.
I have made a buttermilk pie on the channel before. It reminded me a lot of like a chess pie.
Yeah, which those are kind of boring to me.
Yeah, it is a plainer flavor, but...
I'd rather have some pecans in it.
Yeah, Kevin wants some stuff. But I thought it was absolutely delicious, and I would totally get it again. Yeah. I thought it was worth it.
I do remember it being good. It was just plain. Let me see if I have any Publix stuff. I do not.
There's something under that. Okay.
Yeah, it's not.
Okay.
This is the Graham Papas. This is the cinnamon churro puffs. And we tried a bunch of these. Like we tried the sweet ones. We also tried the savory ones.
Yes.
And we didn't really like the savory ones nearly as good as these.
These were the best. The churro were absolutely delicious. They had a really thick amount of cinnamon and sugar on them.
And the texture of the puffs were really good too.
But that's what's important to me. If you're going to call something churro or something like that, it needs to be a thick coating, and these had a thick coating.
Yeah,
so
we want to know there's cinnamon.
The other flavors they had were lighter, is what it was.
That's what it was.
Like the white cheddar, it was lighter.
That's right.
It's
not that they were bad.
They were just lighter, and that one was strong. Okay, so now I have, this is the Dulce de Leche milk caramel spread. We actually bought this container from World Market, but I have seen this brand in, we bought it in World Market. I have seen it in the Fresh Market. And if you get it in the Fresh Market, you can get it in a smaller container. It's a little bit smaller jar. This stuff it's like crack. Like you can put it with anything. You can eat it straight out of the jar.
Ritz.
Yes, but like apples, like if you want to be healthy, whatever, you're not going to be healthy if you're eating this because it's 90 calories for 2 tablespoons and you're going to eat a lot. That's the thing, is it's so sweet and wonderful, and you could literally use it as an ice cream topping or anything. It is absolutely worth buying.
It was very good.
Look around for that.
This is the Jelena Chocolatier chocolate potato chip clusters. And we were both really surprised that you could taste the actual potato chips in them.
Yes, because I've done recipes with potato chips many times now. We've bought things with potato
chips in them.
And it's like, you can't, the whole point, I was hoping to be able to taste the potato chip, and you couldn't. So these... it has to be the potato chips they're using. Because I think, like, if you have Ruffles, I think Ruffles potato chips are very potato-y.
They have a stronger flavor, yeah.
Yes, and so I think it all has to do, I'm buying the wrong potato chips for my...
Yeah, we're probably using Lay's or something.
I'm using Lay's. Yeah, I am. I'm totally using Lay's. But they are not a strong potato-forward potato chip. No. Whereas when I'm doing recipes, I need to be buying Ruffles because they are strong.
Yeah, Wavy Lay's are strong too, but not as strong as Ruffles. Ruffles are probably the most potato.
Yes, I think they are some
normal chip that we get around here.
Yes.
Yeah, but these are excellent. If you see these around, they're good to go.
Okay, now I have 3 things.
I have 2.
Okay, I have 3 things in one go though. I mean, I have 2 different things, but all these, these are all Magnolia table. And so this is the banana bread, which was, I wanted to include, it's not my favorite out of these 3, but I wanted to include it because it was really good banana bread. This is from the kitchen of Joanna Gaines. And I knew they had like a restaurant that you could go to in Texas, but I didn't know it was actually a TV show. And then somebody was like, oh, I've watched. Yeah, but I knew they did houses. Yeah. I knew they did home decor and houses. I meant, to clarify, I did not know that she had a cooking show.
Oh, I didn't know she had a cooking show.
Okay, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
I found out that she literally like has a cooking show. I had no idea she had a cooking show. I just knew it was like...
I knew they did the houses and stuff.
Because I've never even watched that. I know they do like homes and they renovate them and they had decor, and I know in Target they have a whole section where they sell the decor and stuff like that. And we don't watch stuff like that on TV. And so I had no idea when we reviewed these. I knew they had a restaurant, but I didn't know she had a cooking channel. Okay, I just did not know. So I thought that was interesting. But this banana bread is really good. Banana bread if you're looking for that. But honestly, these cinnamon rolls were excellent. But my favorite thing of these three was her buttermilk biscuits.
Mine too.
And I saw these in Target again, and I had to say, no, Tammy, you can't buy those. You cannot buy those because they're just, one biscuit is 200 calories, you know? So it's like, I know that I could literally make these in half the pan with Kevin, and they're that good. So they're expensive. They're very expensive at Target. And I'd say you're only going to be able to find them at Target because that's who has their brand. Like I said, they sell their decor and stuff like that. But if you can afford to get them just one time, I think you'll love them. I think they're wonderful.
These are frozen at Target.
Frozen, yeah. And Ashley has 2 of her cookbooks. At some point when I have time, I do plan to try to make these. If this recipe is in one of Ashley's books, I've been meaning to ask her. If it's in one of those books, I do plan to try it at home to see, because that'll be a lot cheaper if we can make them at home. It's just getting the time to do it, you know, with everything else.
Yeah,
but I do want to do that.
My memory was these are good, but they weren't the cheapest thing in the world to buy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so I have 2 things. These are the Jack Link's Mr. Beast Original Beef Sticks. And I think I have one of these left. I still haven't eaten, but I've been eating on them. They're really good, but they're no better than any other Jack Link's.
No, they taste like
sticks.
Regular Jack Links. They taste like regular.
So just because it has his name on it doesn't mean anything. But I like Jack Link's meat sticks anyway, so
yeah,
whatever.
It doesn't taste like Mr. Beast
added
meat.
anything special.
Yeah, it doesn't taste like it doesn't taste special.
He didn't put any spices in it different. He didn't.
There's nothing like
a sauce to it, or whatever.
Yeah, he didn't put his secret sauce. Yeah,
we don't want our secret sauce.
Yeah,
Thank
there's like nothing different about these. They taste like Jack Links.
Yeah,
he just stuck his name.
So basically,
on
they just stuck his name on it well, it's a cash grab.
I just think it's weird that you would, but anyway, that's
whatever. But they were still really good. Cause like I said, if that had been just Jack Links, I would have said they were good too.
Really good.
And now this one is the Kellogg's Stranger Things Demi-Gorgon Crunch cereal, and it was really good.
I love it.
It's the upside down. It's got marshmallows and syrup flavored cereal, and that's exactly what it is. It's cereal that has a syrup flavor and the marshmallows. It's really nice. It's
like a waffle crisp. If you've ever had waffle crisp cereal, that's what it's like, and it's delicious.
Yeah, some games
it's really, really good cereal. Yeah, and the box.
Yeah, I like the retro box.
I'm sure some people will collect the box. Hey, I think all these companies should do retro stuff. I think it would be really awesome if they would do that. But yeah, that was terrific cereal.
Yeah. That was a surprise because most of the time when we get cereal, they're like, it's okay, it's cereal.
Then they just put the name of it on there, like Bluey or something, and then it's just
like, it's just the
it's
generic
just very plain
sweet cereal. They put everybody's name on it.
Yeah, so this was actually worth buying.
Yeah, it was different.
And then I have the Universal Yums. I have bragged about Universal Yums before. This is the smorgasbord from Sweden. And this box was, this was a advent calendar. Yes, a Swedish themed advent calendar. And I loved it. It's sold at World Market. World Market sells a lot of Universal Yums. I have seen Universal Yums at like FYE, but I would not go there. No. They're way too expensive.
Add like $5 to $10 to the price.
Yeah, it's way too expensive. Sometimes you see these Universal Yums, not the advent calendar, but sometimes you see like a Italy box or a United Kingdom box. Mexico in Home Goods.
Occasionally.
If you find them in Home Goods, they're worth getting. You should pick one up, especially if you have a foodie and you need a cool gift to give them. Those would be really good boxes. They're about the size of a shoe box.
Yeah, about the cereal box.
They're smaller than that.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, they are really good gifts. But this advent calendar, I think last year in favorites at some point, probably during, I don't know, October, November, December. I had another Universal Yums box last year advent calendar, and then they have that one again at World Market. I would get it all over again, and I would totally get this one because I think it's worth the money. I think you're getting plenty of snacks in there for what you're paying, and it's a good selection of food.
They're also, sometimes you can find them on Amazon, but it's a limited selection.
Yeah, and Amazon.
So it's worth going and
yeah, you should look on Amazon, absolutely. So now that's all of our best and worst, but Kevin has another channel, and it is called Lunchtime Review, and 5 days a week he puts out a video, Monday through Friday, and he either is doing shelf-stable food or
sandwiches, frozen meals, stuff you would eat at lunch.
Right. Yeah. And then once a week, so at some point during the week, usually it's on Thursdays, but sometimes it's not, he will go out to eat just one time a week. So I like to go through the things that he had during the month and then ask him what was his favorite and what was his least favorite. So in October, he had
one thing that I liked.
Oh, you want to go over that first?
Yeah, I usually do.
Okay.
I had one favorite for the month that's not out to eat, and this was the Bob Evans. It's the macaroni and cheese with bacon. Bob Evans, or whoever the marketing company is, sent this to me for free. Yeah. So I would have said this one way or the other, whether it had been free or I paid for it. It was just really good. It was an excellent macaroni and cheese. I said it was a great texture. The flavors were really, really good. I gave it a 4.5 out of 5. I did look it up. I scanned it on the one of the apps. I can't remember, Walmart or one of those, Kroger or something. It was $4.49. So if you were to buy this at like wherever, that's the price that was available to me locally. It was $4.49, which isn't bad for a side dish. You could probably, if you stretch it, you could get probably 3 people. If you wanted a really good portion of it, you could get 2 people could split this easily. Yeah, with something else if you wanted to. So yeah, it's really, really good.
And so you didn't have any hates?
I did not have any hates. Nothing absolutely just like, ugh, that's vile.
Okay, so now the restaurants, like I said, there were 5 weeks in October, so he went out to eat 5 times. He ate at the beginning of the month. He ate at Pizza Hut. He had the Chicken Bacon Ranch Crafted Flats and the Ultimate Crafted Flats. And then the next week he had the Arby's Steak Nugget Sandwich, the Steak Nugget Bowl, and Steak Nuggets. And then the following week he had Wendy's Chicken Tenders and the 6 new dipping sauces. And then you had the Wawa Turkey Gobbler Hoagie. You had mac and cheese and s'mores hot chocolate. And then at the end of the month you had the Sonic Pretzel Bacon Double Sonic Smasher, the Salted Caramel Toffee Croissant Bites, and the Peppermint Brownie Bark Shake.
One of the things I can say I would never get, I know it's a fan favorite, is that Wawa.
I think that's going to shock people to hear you say that.
I liked it. However, I would not get it on a sandwich ever again. It was very, very
Somebody
hard to
did say that they would get it in a bowl because it's much easier to eat.
I would think the bowl would be 100 times easier to eat, and I would probably like it better, honestly. But the amount of turkey, I thought back on it after I had tried it, the amount of turkey I got on there was probably just one slice of turkey kind of pulled apart or chopped up. You didn't get a lot of turkey. You got lots of gravy and lots of mashed potatoes, that's for sure. But because I got mine with stuffing and mashed potatoes, it didn't taste bad. It was just very awkward to eat, and I think I would get mine without the cranberry because I didn't really care for the cranberry. But that's a personal choice, not a choice of anybody else would make necessarily.
As an observer of the meal, it looks like a can of dog food.
That turkey really did.
It really looked...
It was little hunks of meat in a gray gravy.
Yes, I thought that is something that I would never put in my mouth. Never.
It had all kinds of stuff you wouldn't like though.
It just did not look appetizing at all.
Their macaroni and cheese was okay. Honestly, the best thing I had that day was the s'mores hot chocolate, and I gave Amy a drink
I had a drink of the s'mores hot chocolate, good. And it was good, and it did taste like s'mores.
Yeah, it had a little
You got the graham, you got the marshmallow, you got the chocolate. It was really good.
But honestly, if I didn't dislike the turkey gobbler, I would just get it in a ball. I would never get it on a sandwich.
It probably looks better.
I wouldn't recommend you get it in a sandwich either, but if you want to, go for it. It's just very, very messy. The Wendy's chicken tenders, they were good tenders. They weren't anything super special or awesome or bad, or it was just average tenders, and the sauces were all your typical sauces. So I mean, there's really not much to say about that. If you like Wendy's, if you're interested, go try them. You may love them, you may hate them, who knows.
Don't you think it's funny though that restaurants, especially McDonald's recently, they've gotten to the point where they can't come up with new meals, a whole new meal. So they have to just come up with this little thing of sauce.
Here's one sauce.
And that gets people going in there because people want to try the new sauce. But it's funny. I think it's funny that they've kind of lost ideas for meals.
Well, the Wendy's tenders are brand new. They've never had them before.
That's cool.
So yeah. All the sauces.
Yeah, this was neat. Yeah. But I'm saying like McDonald's recently.
Yes, they'll come out with one sauce.
One little sauce. Yeah. And I just think that's
and make a whole meal out of it. Or they'll change the packaging of already existing things and try to push it as a special meal. And it's like, no, you just put it in a different box.
You put it in a Halloween box. Yeah. It's the same food.
The steak nuggets, honestly, it was like, it really wasn't like steak. It was more like brisket that they'd chopped up. It wasn't really, I didn't think it tasted like steak really
The comments on that video were like, they look burnt.
I know a lot of people said they looked dry. They weren't dry. They really weren't. The driest steak I had was on the sandwich. All the other pieces were perfectly fine. But
they do, if you look at that picture though, if you go to that video, they do genuinely look like they burned the heck out.
No, they weren't. They weren't.
They're black. They're literally black.
But if you think about them as not being steak, if you think about them being like burnt ends or like a brisket or something like that, that's what it was. It was like, because Arby's doesn't have grills and stuff, you know. So they're probably getting these packages in the microwave or boiling them or something. So anyway, they were okay. I wouldn't recommend necessarily going out of your way and getting them, but if you want to try them, go for it. The pretzel bacon double Sonic smasher was really good. It was just your basic cheeseburger and had lots of mustard on it. So just know, I guess they were going for the pretzel and mustard thing.
Yes.
So most of the flavor I got out of that was the mustard.
Was it like yellow table mustard or was it like
it was regular old yellow mustard, which is good. I would rather have that than like a fancy mustard. And I said that during the review.
Oh, okay.
But the onions, I never tasted the onions on the burger. It's supposed to have the little fried onions on there. They were there. They weren't strong enough to overcome the mustard flavor. It was a good burger. Don't get me wrong. It was a really good burger, but I probably wouldn't. I mean, just don't expect it to be like blow you away kind of burger. The salted caramel toffee croissant bites, give me a break. They were just basically sugar that had a slight caramel flavor. And then the croissant bites, they were good. They did have some flakiness to them, but they were okay. They were only $2 for 5, but they were just little bitty squares. They weren't very much. And the peppermint brownie bar, I said it during the video, very disappointing with that. It was almost all vanilla with some little peppermint pieces in there. I ended up eating some of it with a spoon. The brownie pieces were huge. They were literally as big as the cherry. There's no way you could suck that up through a straw. I mean, no way could you get that up through a straw. No way. So anyway, I think they failed on that part. If they'd just done the vanilla with the peppermint pieces, it would have been better, honestly.
Well, or if they had sold it as a dessert instead of
with a spoon instead of a shake. Yeah,
yes,
that's true.
They could have sold it different, and it would have made more sense than a shake.
My favorite, probably out of all of them, was the Pizza Hut. The chicken bacon ranch was good, but I said it was mostly ranch and like you dip bread in ranch. That's what most of the flavor was. My favorite was the ultimate crafted flats. I really liked the crust. But the toppings were just like if you're getting a supreme pizza, that's basically what it was a supreme pizza on a flatbread. But I did really like that. So I would pick that first. I guess my second would probably be the pretzel bacon double Sonic smasher, only because it was just a really good burger.
And the Wawa, if you get it
in a bowl, it may have been more enjoyable if I'd gotten it in a bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if I was going in there and getting gas and I wanted something like no telling how many calories you were drinking, I would get one of those hot chocolates again.
The hot chocolate, yeah, it was really good. Can you imagine somebody going into Wawa and ordering one of those and then hitting the interstate trying to eat that thing?
Oh, that sandwich, there's no way. There's no way you can eat that. And they don't have seats inside, so you got to eat in your car.
Yeah, you're right, they don't.
No, so they don't have a place to sit.
Yeah, you have to go out in your car.
So, yeah, good luck to you.
It's like Buc-ee's. Buc-ee's doesn't have seats inside.
Yeah, but they're self-contained. They're kind of sandwiches. They're not.
And they could. Buc-ee's could totally. They could have a nice, like, booth.
They might have some places outside to sit, like picnic tables, but I don't even know if they have that.
I don't think so.
They want to get you in and out.
But I can't imagine ordering that sandwich.
I was eating it with a fork. I mean, that's literally how bad it was. I was scooping the stuff out of the bread with a fork.
Kevin opened up the paper and before he started filming, you know, because he's taking pictures and stuff like that, and it's just everywhere. It's literally a soupy mess,
Yeah,
and
it was the gravy,
and he has to somehow try to pick this up and eat it. It was just like, I'm glad that's not me.
I mean, I'm sure I saw where it had gravy on it, but it surprised me when it had gravy on it. I thought it was just going to be turkey slices with the stuffing and the potatoes.
It wasn't
I didn't
like
expect
Publix.
gravy.
Publix has their own turkey cranberry stuffing. They have their own.
Yeah, it's sliced turkey.
This was not.
This was not.
No,
this was definitely better in a bowl.
Yeah, better in a bowl. There you go. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like it. If you liked it, give us a thumbs up. If you didn't, give us a thumbs down. Either way, it doesn't matter. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, we would love it if you would subscribe. And we will see you at the end of November.